So let's talk about microwaves. That might seem like an odd
Topic.
intro for real estate, but I came across this very interesting article, and it was kind of a little bit tongue in cheek, but it was based in the 1970s, and the basic premise was that microwave ovens were going to be the future. They were fundamentally going to change the way that people cook in the future, and it was going to be a massive change. So, my name is Alan Rich. I'm the managing broker here at Maximum Realtor Partners.
My name's Ming Richardson. I'm the compliance broker for Maximum One Realty and Realtor Partners.
And so, like to kind of carry on here, so the whole idea was that in the future, all food, all food was going to be cooked in a microwave. And basically, if you can't deal with that, then you need to get
Out of kitchen.
out the kitchen. That's
So-
right. So, the whole idea was that today's food can be cooked in a today's microwave can cook a frozen burrito. In the future, it will be an entire Thanksgiving dinner.
That's kind of scary.
Doesn't that sound delicious,
But
right?
anyway, that was the trend back in 1970 when they invented microwave. So it was a great sales pitch.
Well, and even talking to microwave salesmen, back then it would be like, hey, this is the future, right? In the future, all restaurants will just be a small cabinet full of microwaves, right? And so the need for ovens and stoves and all these kind of things, flat tops, all there's no need for it. It's just going to be all there. And so if you can't cook great meals with a microwave, well, then it must be a skill issue. It's something that you have to work on, right? And anyone that doesn't use a microwave, well, they're going to be a Luddite, one of these people that hates technology and who lives in fear of the future and all that. And the whole idea was, well, you think microwaves are going away? They're not going away. They're going to change everything in how we do. In the future, all food is going to be cooked in the microwave. And so even if you look at like some of the advertisements from back in the 70s, like the first microwave that cooks like mama.
Or crispy bacon in 90 seconds. Can you
Yeah.
imagine? Clean that thing up.
Yeah. And then the greatest discovery since fire, and the best present is the gift of the future. And by the way, that was a Kmart ad, and we still saw how great Kmart ended up finishing with that. So see, like the idea is, and our basic understanding here is that like back in the 70s, everyone was like, look, the microwave is going to fundamentally change. And we're hearing
And it
that
did a little bit.
it did. There's no doubt. But like, is that mean that that's the only way to cook, right?
No.
And see, we're hearing the same thing right now about AI. AI is that microwave in the 70s, right? Where you're going to fundamentally change if you don't adapt to AI. AI is going to be the end all be all. You need AI. You're going to get left behind if you aren't with AI. And that like everything AI. It doesn't really matter. It's just going to jump. I mean, like AI is everything, and all things are AI, and that's what's going to be the future. That kind of stuff. And so, for us, we know that real estate is still relationships, right? And so, do I see us getting replaced by some AI computer, AI bot? No, but we do see that you could be replaced
By another agent.
that utilizes AI. And
Correct.
so it's one of those things where we don't see this as being like a huge um, challenge to you in terms of like our career is not one that is tied heavily to we could be replaced by AI. I just don't see any way that really is possible.
Well, if you think about it, a lot of company has already started doing that during prior around pandemic time, where when you go there at Texaco, open the door. When you go in there, there's a TV and monitor that tells you about property and feature of the home, and it's basically trying to replace real estate agents. And but with those showings, there's come a lot of liability just because you don't know what kind of folks are in there and what damages may have.
Well,
So
the number one reason why someone chooses a real estate professional is
for their knowledge.
Trust, right? It comes down for their knowledge, their trust, being able to really have someone to count on. Like our roles in real estate have changed. Used to be we were the brokers of information, and now we are trusted friend, advisor, guide, those kind of things. And that's really hard. Now, AI has come a long way, and there's a lot of things that we can do to enhance our business with AI. One of the challenges that we see is that AI becomes this all encompassing term that means all things. And so, for us in the real estate space, we had to break that down and say, look, let's look at what AI really is and where are places where we can utilize this to either do our jobs better, enhance the ability to serve our clients and our customers, those kind of things. And so we've kind of broken it down in some basic categories, along with what are some of the hot, trendy, most popular AI solutions in that space. Now, as soon as we publish this, there will be more AI
I'm sure of
services
it.
coming out. Right?
Well, it's always
There's so much movement in this space. So please don't take this to be the only.
only,
Yeah, yeah. I
it's
mean,
not.
there's a lot of movement going on. There's always a lot of growth, and honestly, it's kind of fun and exciting to see.
And it
So
definitely can enhance your right at the fingertip information,
yeah,
right at the, instead of doing hours of research, and it's right there. And it's amazing what AI can do.
yeah,
So it definitely make your job a lot easier, but it doesn't necessarily replace you. You still have to take that information and gather it, and then basically analyze the information and repeat those information to your client in a manner that the client can understand and also make a good educated decision.
yeah. So our first category we want to talk about is deep research, and deep research is a pretty interesting category right now. Inside that space, what we really see is kind of like the OG is going to be Chat GPT.
Mm-hmm.
But also, we really like Claude, CLAUDE.ai, as well as Perplexity. We see a lot of really great information coming through that. Other than that, the other one that we see a lot of growth happening is with Notebook LM, and that's Google's AI. Now, everybody has an AI version. These are just the ones that we're using and the ones that we see a
Mm-hmm.
lot of benefit of. But in doing deep research, like these things will go in, these platforms will go and they will search the web for you. They'll do data research. They'll check all sorts of information out. Like I just typed into Claude, analyze the real estate market in McDonough, Georgia, and it gave me just a ton of really great information. But the nice thing about like AI, like both Perplexity as well as Claude, is that it's going to tell you where it got its results from, and you can actually click on those and
Expand.
expand it out, and see where did it get that, where is it drawing that specific data from, and then it breaks down and you can turn that into a script. You can turn that into a video. There's a bunch of great information that you can do. So being able to do the type of research that folks are doing inside ChatGPT and Perplexity and Claude is very, very beneficial, especially to us in the real estate space. There's so many things in addition that we could do, from like create a real estate email drip campaign and all these different things that these services really do pay off. I mean, that can help us to pay off, the benefits here. Now, one big question that has really started to come up that we've been very much or paying a lot of attention to is, how do you show up in AI search? Because that's one other thing that we're seeing a real trend happen here. Yes, we're using ChatGPT and Claude and Perplexity, and those are really cool things. But now we're seeing where there is a real shift where people were going in and they were Googling us, and they would Google our first name, last name, real estate,
Mm-hmm.
and they would find a lot of information about us. Well, now guess what folks are doing? Right? They're plugging you into Claude and Perplexity and ChatGPT, and so like it's, we now have to kind of take into account, what do we do to show up in AI, right? I don't want to not be seen in AI. And so kind of the good news here is, so um, Gary Isles, who is one of Google's big AI people, especially in AI overview as well as SEO, and he says, look, there's three big areas where if you show up in traditional search, you're going to show up in AI. And the first is that you want to make sure that people can find you. that your website isn't an obstacle course. You have plenty of information about you, and like your bios and those kind of things that we currently do right now to show up on Google. The second is that we need to be providing useful content, not auto-generated stuff, but like real content, stuff that shows your brand, your authenticity, your authority, that your knowledge, those kind of things. So doing videos and the same kind of things that we do to show up.
Mm-hmm.
And then last thing is that you still want to make sure that you are building a brand, and that you pay attention to your reviews. Reviews are a really big one. In whichever platform it is, just stick with it, right? It could be your Google My Business, it could be Zillow, but like wherever you're getting your reviews, continue to do those and continue to reach out and engage. All those that same advice is really good for AI searches, but it's also the exact same advice that we're going to give you about showing up on a Google search. And so don't overcomplicate things. Yes, AI search can go a lot deeper, but like the same premise of things, like we still pull up so many agents all the time, and it's just got a silhouette of a head, no welcome coming soon.
Right.
Those folks don't show up currently. They're not going to show up in AI either. So if you want to be engaged with this space, well, then make sure that you are engaging, right? So next category we want to talk about is
AI generate images.
images, right? And so in the image space for pictures and that kind of stuff, there is this is a big category, right? So of course, like ChatGPT will do images, and that's the Dolly 2 model. Then you have Midjourney, which is another one that does just amazing images. Leonardo does big time. If you want to work with Gemini, does Nano Banana. I don't know why they named it that way, but there we are. And then Canva has a ton of AI built into its platform, and we're big Canva fans. And then if you're looking for virtual staging, you can do that with reimaginehome.ai, but you can also virtually stage vacant property with ChatGPT, the same kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Now, here's a couple of things when working with AI image generators, right? So like I did this, I put in a request, hey, a realistic penguin sliding into home plate during a baseball game. And so it spit me out this image. However, the penguin is sliding away from the home base, right? So like you have to be careful about what inspecting the images that you're doing. We had one of our agents, they recently redid one of their headshots with AI, and it gave her 3 arms. So like it was just kind of weird.
You just got to make sure what images produced it is critically analyzed, ensure authenticity and validity.
Yeah. So I went in and put in, hey, generate an image of a banana wearing a costume, and it gave me this little banana in a spacesuit. However, the bottom of the banana is a bit phallic in the way it looks. So like you got to check these images out. They're not bad. They do some amazing things, but don't just be like, okay, good, print or send and that kind of stuff. The thing about
AI can make your work a lot easier, but you do have to check the final sentence structure, images, what have you.
Yeah. Yep. Now, one other space where we see a ton of movement here is in video. Now, on the video space, there's a bunch of different things, but it depends on what you really want for video to be done. And so Gemini VO, that's video creator, that does it. Midjourney also, in addition to doing images, will also do short videos. HeyGen is a AI video generator also, as well as video avatars. So they'll make video avatars of you and different things like that. Loom is another video creation, and it does editing and screen recording. And so it will like you can record your videos and it will automatically edit them for you, that kind of stuff. We currently use Opus Clip. Opus Clip does a great job of turning long form video like you're watching right now. It'll take that and slice it up into small bite-sized pieces that you can use on like TikTok or Shorts and that kind of stuff. Yep. Now, Sora is which is ChatGPT's version. That's another video generator. And then like Descript and Steve.ai and Descript. These these are faceless explainers. And so what that means is like you can basically, you can have an alien, or you can have a baby, or you can have a gorilla that makes
But
these
it
videos,
talks.
and they talk, and they do that. Um, it really depends on what you're wanting to do. Most of these are actually really pretty slick in how they work and what they do and how they benefit you. You have to kind of know what you want it to do. I went into Descript, and inside Descript, I simply did was I uploaded my own photo of me. Actually, it was I cropped her out just because I was trying to do one head at a time. But
What? No
you
talking
know,
heads?
we had gone to a wedding, and we had a picture taken, and so all I did was just crop my headshot out of that, and then I typed some text, and I hit frappe, and I went through and when you hit enter,
This is what it came out.
here it comes out.
Watch.
The real estate market is in a great place today.
Now, I never said that, and that's not my voice, and it's a little bit creepy because it is super realistic, and it looks like I'm actually saying that. Now, we can do things with voice to add your own voice in and do that kind of stuff, which is another option if you choose to do it. What we're saying is that, like, just like with the images, right? Decide what it is that you'd like to have done with the images. Same thing with the video. Like if you want to have a video generated, there's lots of platforms for that. If you want video editors, there's lots of platforms for that. If you want video, if you want your still photos, if you're afraid of the camera and you just take a headshot, you want to do that.
And this is a good way of doing it.
Then like it depends on what on what your goals are.
It can be just a quick clip to your client and about recipe for the fall or maintenance or hey, how are you? Long time no talk, and whatever you want to say in the message. But at the end of the day, you can make a video out of still image and still get the message through to your client with a face versus just a text or email.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to audio, we really feel that 11labs.io, that is the prominent audio AI voice generator. You can speak a paragraph or two, and it will record your voice. And now you can voice over almost anything with that, if that's something that you
That's
choose
kind
to
of
do.
creepy to a certain extent. But if you're looking at efficiency and not have to record something over and over
Yeah.
again, this is the best way
But
of
you do
doing it.
have to say this is my voice, and you have to do it personally, and you have to read what they say. So it's
Hmm.
not just like you're copying other people. I'm not saying AI can't be utilized nefariously, but I'm saying that it can also be utilized to benefit us.
Correct.
So now, in addition to that, you may find that there's a lot of marketing that you can do with AI. Resora has full marketing automation on all your listings. Same thing with XARA, that does it. And then Epic, EPIQUE.ai, they do AI content creation. And then they post it out to your social media and do your marketing on that side. Now, in addition to that, we have probably organization is another big category that we see going
Hmm.
on out there inside the real estate space. Otter AI, Otter is one of those where like you can't hardly get on a Zoom meeting without somebody's Otter jumping in, but it just basically converts spoken word into text. That's their whole premise on there.
And
Um,
it's for someone that may have missed part of the meeting and that have their otter in beginning the meeting so they can review the notes and see what
yeah.
they may have missed.
Now, Grammarly, don't be hating on Grammarly. I love Grammarly. Like
Yeah.
Grammarly is great. It is an AI writing assistant, and it will help you from looking stupid. I mean, there's just no other way to put it out there, kind of thing. It will check everything that you're sending out and and make sure that you don't have typos, as well as just gaffes that may embarrass you later, that kind of stuff. And then Sidekick Data.ai. That is an AI assistant for real estate agents. So when it comes to organization, there's a lot of things that you can do in there. Now, one other category where we've been playing a little bit here is in music. So, like, Suno, Suno AI, that will make songs for you. And on one hand, it was kind of fun for us because we just
We
went.
just did it
Yeah,
for the
we
fun.
we made a national anthem, right? Do do do, and so like that was kind of fun. But then we actually started thinking, well, how does this apply to real estate? Because there's so much AI that you can just goof off with, right? Or that doesn't have any applications to real estate. And so we thought, well,
Let's
music's
take a
fine.
listing.
So we took a listing and we typed in. We said, look, I want a country song about a house for sale at 427 Maple Drive. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 4-side brick home, recently renovated with an in-ground
Pool.
pool. Yeah, see, I need Grammarly. In a beautiful backyard. It sits in a cul-de-sac at the end of a tree-lined street. It's listed for 427.
So now listen to this.
So then I plug that in, and you put and it just kind of, well, look at the technology I've got now. So, oh, look at that. All right, but that's our song, right? And so it really does sound pretty amazing to have been that easy to do. We did it in just mere moments of, all we did was upload that. And now you take this song and you put it on top of scrolling photos
And
of your
it's
of your
great.
property listing. Like, so here's your background music. Here's all the scrolling photos. 427 Maple Drive. Right? So like,
At the end of the lane where the maple stand tall sits a house with white shutters and a brick covered wall. 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and a pool out back. A swing on the porch, paint fresh, no cracks. They're asking 427 seems fair for the life lived and the memories there. 427 Maple Drive, where dreams took root and thrived.
just like the microwaves impacted cooking. And you can find a microwave in just about every
It's
house.
almost essential.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, it did change the way we look at. So in the past, without microwave, you will have to reheat everything up on the stove and recook everything. And so now it actually changed our eating habit as far as if I cook a little bit more, I can skip cooking the following day or the day after and rotate it out and just heat up and still have a nice meal. So did it change the way we eat? Absolutely. And does it allow us to have a little more efficiency and not having so much time cooking all the time and a little more freedom for other things? Absolutely. So
but is that the only device that we have in our kitchen?
no, air
Right?
fryer and everything
Yeah,
else
yeah.
now.
We didn't, like
Dehydrator.
it's a tool that we utilize, and we feel that AI in real estate is it going to impact everyone at some level? 100%, just like microwaves
Hmm.
impacted kitchens at some level. The difference here is, just like with a microwave, you get to choose how you're going to utilize it.
Correct.
Like can you still function without AI? Yeah,
You
you
can.
absolutely can, right? Is AI going to fundamentally change the way that some folks do business? It's probably not. I
Absolutely.
mean, but if you choose to utilize this, can it make you more productive? Can you create images better? Can you create video easier? Can you keep more organized? Like there's just so many things that you can do if you choose to. And it's out there. And for the folks who are embracing this technology, this is just another tool in your toolbox to be an amazing realtor. So don't get stressed out. Don't think that
It's
the
not.
AI is this unknown category,
It's
right?
not horrible, and like I said, it's something that can improve your business. Should you want to take your business to that kind of level or that trend, because as we said before, real estate is all about relationships. So while AI can improve your productivity and also give you a little more time for the just quality of life, but it's not end all be all.
Have a great week.
Thank you
Bye
for
now.
watching us. Join us next week.
Bye.